Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. Welcome back to another week of What's for Dinner. Today is Monday, April 10th, the day after Easter. We do have a few leftovers, not too much, but a little bit, and I'm sure the kids and stuff will eat it throughout the day for lunch. So I took out a few things to make today. Today it is pouring down rain, but I woke up and it was like 63 in my room, so it's not too cold. It feels really good. I have like all the windows and excuse me, doors open to just get some fresh air. So I do have a huge bag of kale that I got at Kroger on clearance last week, so I want to use it. I'm gonna make a zuppa toscana. Excuse me, my voice is just going all crazy. This is homemade chicken stock, and then I took out some Italian sausage for that soup, and I have some potatoes that I want to use up. I also want to make some spaghettis because the little ones really have been craving spaghettis. So I took out this meat. I do have an open jar of marinara sauce that I want to get out of my fridge. We only used a little bit for pizza, and so I want to get rid of it, use it up. I have pre-made like spaghetti sauce in the freezer, but I want to get that jar used up. I want to use up some of my onions and some other things that I want to make, put in the sauce. So I'm just going to make it from scratch today. And this is going to go in it. So it's still early in the morning. The kids just went back to school. They were on spring break. So this has plenty of time to thaw out. And we'll have a delicious dinner. All right, guys, here is the spaghettis. I actually made 2 pounds of spaghettis. Put some cheese in it, and then I'm going to be working on the zuppa. All right, so I just finished the zuppa toscana, and it's looking and smelling delicious. And back there I have some potatoes boiling. I'm going to boil up some carrot. I have some rotisserie chicken that I have frozen, just like the chicken breast. I took it out and I put some frozen peas. I'm going to put carrots, potatoes, some relish, mayo, mustard, and seasoning. And I'm going to make like a Romanian style potato chicken salad, and that's going to be delicious. And getting just a few more things out of my freezer. You can tell these peas are freezer burnt as well. The chicken I already thawed because I took it out earlier, and that'll be good to go. But just wanting to use up more of the things, and my husband absolutely loves this. He's like, I can't wait to take it to lunch tomorrow at work, and it's going to be great. I also add boiled eggs, and since we have a bunch of boiled eggs from Easter that the kids dyed, they're gonna go great in the salad. All right, so for Tuesday, we are going to pop these in the air fryer. They are, the kids already made some and they had some. They're kind of like chicken nuggets. Obviously, they're not wings. They're the shape of wings, but they're just chicken nuggets. They're good. We are also eating up the spaghettis and the zuppa toscana, so leftovers, and then this big box of wings. And I'll show you guys what we are having later. All right, guys, it is Wednesday morning. Actually, it's almost 11 o'clock. And I am going to start some, not bone broth, but chicken stock in the crock pot. So a couple weeks ago when we were coming home from church, we wanted wings, and we stopped and we got a pack from Fred Meyer's and we barbecued it. If you watch my What's for Dinner, you would have seen that. But they came with the tips. So I had my husband cut off the tips, because they kind of just get burned and they're a waste, but you can make really delicious chicken stock with them. So I'm going to wash those, put them in the crock pot, and just make some chicken stock and then freeze it. And then I took out this ground turkey. It is 3 pounds. I'm not going to use the whole 3 pounds, but I am going to make the Romanian style meatball soup because we woke up to snow. It is absolutely cold and freezing. The snow melted. It was kind of like a morning thing, but it was just enough to put some chill in our bones. Anyway, so that's the weather here. But I'll use some of this, and then later I want to make enchiladas, which I've never made. So I'm thinking of using up like the rest of this, and then maybe some beef. I need to take some beef out of the freezer. These things I took out last night, so they are thawed out. And then I also took out one of my bone broths that I had in my freezer, and I'll be using that for the soup. Yeah, so let me get this started. It's kind of late to start putting stuff in the crock pot, but I'm not making bone broth. It doesn't need to go for that long. It'll be done by tonight. So I want to show you guys, this is the base for my meatball soup. It's onions, carrots, celery, garlic, salt, pepper, Italian seasoning, dry thyme, and bay leaves. And I'm just sauteing them a little bit with some avocado oil. And then I'm going to put water and the bone broth And then I'm just going to mix the ground turkey with some seasoning and some breadcrumbs and an egg, and just put them into round balls and put them in here and let it all cook. And then at the end we finish it off with some tomato paste or tomato sauce and some parsley dill and sour cream. I just finished putting the meatballs in here, and I used up the whole 3 pounds of turkey. I just figured I'll make a bigger pot. Now you can see there's a lot of nasty stuff coming to the top. I'm going to skim that off before we finish the soup. And I also put about, not a half a cup, but a quarter cup of rice in here as well. And I have the sour cream that I have here. I'm going to take some of the broth in just a minute, and I'm going to put it in here so that, well, I'm going to take some of the broth and put it to the side so it can cool off. And then I'm going to mix it with the sour cream. So that way when we put it at the end, it doesn't curdle, but I need to get all the skim off. And I'm going to put a small tin of tomato paste. And it's going to be so good. It's almost done. It's just finishing up. I'm not doing enchiladas today. I was going to do enchiladas. I'm not doing that. What I'm going to do is turn this down. What I'm going to do is I have a lot of frozen pizzas that we got at Kroger on clearance. I'm going to take some of those out and just have that for later on, because it is almost 1 o'clock now. And my older kids haven't even eaten lunch, so they'll have this for lunch. And whoever wants for dinner can have soup and pizza. So I want to show you guys this little tool that I use to skim off all impurities, off of things that need to be skimmed off. And this I got at Shein. And it's very hard for me to do that with one hand and film. So I'm going to try to get in here without getting the rice and stuff, just the nasty part off. But super cheap. I think it was like $2 or something. And it works really great. So you can see I got a lot of that stuff off. I'm going to let it boil and do it again. I was able to get a bunch of it without getting the veggies and the rice. I'm also going to put the tomato sauce in there. All right, here is the beautiful soup. It is all done. We have the rice in there, the meat, the veggies, the bone broth, and some fresh herbs that were in the freezer. So it's delicious, and this would go great with like a side of pickles or pepperoncinis, or you can just make like a little summer salad with tomatoes, onions, cucumber, salt, pepper, olive oil, and vinegar. That is absolutely delicious with it. That's how we like to eat it, with some kind of either pickled product or a salad. So that's what we're going to have. I'm going to take out some pizzas, show you which ones we're going to make, and we're going to call it good. It is 1:18 and my soup is done. My bone broth is going in the crock pot, and the pizzas we'll just throw in the oven, and those are easy. So these are the pizzas I took out. When we put the pizzas away in the freezer, we had to take them out of the boxes because there was just not enough room for the cardboard. And it looks like I grabbed a pepperoni and sausage, the one with the little tomatoes, and then another pepperoni and sausage. So these are just going to thaw out on my counter, and they're going to have it for dinner. My kids had a short day, and they've already put themselves a bowl of soup. Noah put ice in it because he cannot wait to have some. And I do have to admit, it smells absolutely delicious. So that's just cooling off for them. And that's going to be kind of like a lunch snack after school. I don't know. If we need to take more pizzas out, we will. But I think 3 should be enough. And I'll show you guys when we take them out of the oven what they look like. Okay, so I actually took out 1 more pizza. So we're going to make 4 pizzas because they're kind of small. And my kids are at gymnastics, and they're going to come home super hungry. And they pretty much just had soup all day. So we're going to have pizza for dinner. I'm thinking, since the oven is going with the pizzas and it's going to be nice and warm, to make some cakes. So this Funfetti Oreo cake I think I'm just going to make it into a cake, like a square cake, and then put some of this frosting. And I'm thinking I'm going to have leftover frosting, so make like some cupcakes with the chocolate. We'll see how much frosting we have, but that's what I want to do, to just kind of have some dessert in the not the fridge, just to have dessert on hand. This says Best by December of 2022. I'm not too worried about that. This I didn't get too long ago, so it's still good for a long time. But yeah, I'm planning on using these out of my pantry. The chicken stock is still going, and that's going to be done. Then we're going to let that cool, strain it, and put it in the freezer. So I want to show you guys, I am going to make some muffins. I had this like kit with muffin stuff and just other fun things to bake for Christmas, and I've had it for a while, so I'm going to use these today and get this out of my baking thing. And there's probably more than 12 in here, but at least we're starting to use them. Okay, so here's the cupcakes, and we have more batters. So once these will come out, we will load another tray. I really should get another tray of cupcake, like another pan. I only have one, so that would be great if I had more. And then there's the Oreo cake that's gonna go in the oven, and we did finish this off, and I don't have any more, so that's something that's gonna need to be put on my shopping list. I have a haul coming from Safeway tomorrow, so if it's not too expensive at Safeway, I'll just put any like Pam spray or something on the list till I go to Costco. But yeah, these smell good. We're gonna wait because the pizzas are going at $4.50. I still have 2 more pizzas to do. Sorry, 400. They're going at 400, and these need to be at $3.50. So once we finish all the pizzas, then we'll pop these in at $3.50. All right, here's the first pizza. It smells really, really good. And here's the other one. This has pesto and tomatoes, and it's just absolutely delicious.
Okay, guys, so this is how the desserts turned out. And I helped my mom make it. And this is the cake. We put some frosting in the Oreo crumbs. And then we got... Yeah, some of the cupcakes are gonna have Oreo crumbs on it. I'm gonna put some more, and some of them are just gonna have frosting, some of them aren't. And we use this.
Those are the crumbs.
Yeah, that's the crumbs. And we use like all the frosting, so.
Yes, and Noah helped me, and he taste tested a cupcake, and he said it was really good. So here is the Oreo cake. It's super moist, and it actually turned out really good. It's the first time we've made the Oreo cake. But it turned out delicious. So we are just getting dinner ready. Thursday fajitas. This is the veggies. My husband has the meat outside. It's already been seasoned since this morning. And I'm gonna toast up some tortillas. So I am going to open up this can of refried beans, warm it up with some sour cream and cheese. And I think we're not gonna do corn. We're just gonna do rice, beans, salsa, and sour cream. I'm going to take out this huge bag of mild cheddar out of my freezer. It is 2 pounds, and we're going to use some of it tonight, and then the rest we'll just put in the fridge.
We're cooking the fajitas outside on the deck, and this is what they look like so far.
All right, so I heated up the tortillas. Some of them got a little more darker than others. I got my little street taco ones for me, and then the bigger ones for everybody else, or whoever wants whatever they want. We got that beautiful sour cream. It's Mexican style sour cream that I got at Cash and Carry. Some salsa that Noah just brought from our pantry in our stockpile. He bought this one. He brought it, and then the cheese is still a little frozen, but the fajitas are not done yet, and this just came out of my freezer. My son made a pot of rice earlier because he ate rice with, I think, Italian sausage for lunch. Is that what David did? Yeah. So we have leftover rice that we're going to use, and then the beans are on the stove, and the fajitas are cooking up outside on the disc. And I got a bunch of this cilantro, and I washed it up, chopped it up, and we're going to spread that on top of the fajita, veggies, and meat at the end. It's going to give it a great taste. I don't think I'm going to cook these up. I was really craving them when I saw them at the store, but we had these already opened, so we'll use those up, and then we'll have these for anything else that we want. I really like making like scrambled eggs with salsa and cheese and putting it on these in the morning. Oh, so good. I love the corn tortillas with that. So let me show you guys the beans. It was a can of pinto beans, and I have the cheese and a little bit of sour cream. Look at that. They're very creamy, and oh my goodness, I love just spreading it on the tortilla and then putting everything else in it. Here are the fajitas, and we put the cilantro at the end. Here is everything. Emma's making a couple. Are you excited?
Yes.
Yes, she is. It smells delicious. We didn't put any corn out today. We usually have corn, but that's fine. We have plenty of toppings as it is. We're going to enjoy it, and we will see you guys tomorrow. And we do have leftover dessert from last night. Hi, everyone. So yesterday was Friday. Everyone say hi.
Hi.
And we did a lot of yard work, and we had leftovers. And today is Saturday. Hi. And we are at Subway. The older 2 kids are at other activities, and we came with the little ones. They're sharing a meatball sub. Is it good?
Yeah.
Yeah. And we have the teriyaki subs and some drinks, and that's what we're having for lunch, and then we'll show you guys dinner later on. So we just finished a bunch of yard work again, And when I say we, my husband, he did the front yard, put a lot of stuff down, and it just looks beautiful. But anyway, it is 6:23 Saturday night, and we're gonna get ready to do some Chinese stir fry with noodles and chicken and veggies and everything on the disc outside. Over here is 3 packs of now boneless, skinless chicken thighs, but they were bone-in, skin-on chicken thighs that we got super cheap a long time ago and was in the freezer. So my husband graciously took all that out because I don't like to do that. And he cut it into little pieces last night. And then I just seasoned it with some of the rotisserie chicken seasoning and salt and pepper. And that's been marinating since last night and it smells fabulous. The bones and the skin I put in a Ziploc bag in the freezer. And I'm going to be making lots and lots of chicken broth from that. I am not throwing that away. That's good stuff. And over here we have a cabbage that we're going to use up. We're going to use up all these mushrooms, these stir-fry noodles. I have 4 onions here that I'm going to slice up. I have some soy sauce packaged from our package drawer that needs to be used up. These were from Panda. And at the end, we will put some green scallions. I do have this teriyaki sauce that has been open in my fridge. We're going to use that. And then if we need more, we have more to use up. And I'm really, really hoping for leftovers because tomorrow is Sunday. We're going to church and it would be nice to just have a bunch of leftover. We can just come home, heat it up, and enjoy lunch. But we will see because I didn't really cook yesterday. We had leftover fajitas and stuff. And then I didn't cook today anything thus far. And everyone's kind of hungry. All right, guys, here is a dinner Saturday and hopefully lunch on Sunday as well. Hi, everyone. It is Sunday and we are having leftover Chinese. I hope you guys enjoyed this week of what we had for dinner. If you did, give me a thumbs up, subscribe if you haven't, and I will see you guys next week. Bye-bye.